have to develop discipline, okay? Discipline is the strength internally to do what needs to get done whether you want to or not. Now, when I say want to or not, I mean ultimately you're doing something because at some point you wanted to do it. In other words, you want the result that requires you to do it. But I'm saying in that moment, you don't want to do it, okay? You made a commitment to go to the gym, say 3 times a week, and you were going to go on let's say you were going to go Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, all right? So Sunday you go, Tuesday, I don't really feel like it. Discipline makes you go anyway, okay? Motivation doesn't get you anywhere, discipline does. Motivation is why you picked the thing to be disciplined at. I want this that's going to get me this result. That's the motivator, right? I want to fix this problem. I want to fix this aspect of myself. I want to develop something that I don't have that will make my life better in some way, whatever it is. But then the discipline is an internal strength. And I don't want to insult you guys. I've said this before. We all suffer from being weak, okay? You're weak. Anything that you struggle to have discipline with is a weakness. It's an area that you know you need to do something, you want to do something, you're motivated, but you don't do it. That's a weakness in terms of mental or willpower, whatever you want to call it. It's an intellect problem, not an emotion problem, okay? Because if you're only going to do it when you emotionally feel like it, that's not going to get you there, okay? But if you're going to just do it, go listen to a guy like David Goggins talk about when he decided he was going to run, and he started running in, I forget where he lived, up in the north or Midwest or someplace where it was snow and freezing when he decided, and every day he went out there, and it didn't matter the weather, he was going to run. And why did he do it? Not because he liked running, because he wanted to force himself to do something he didn't really want to do. But he wanted to overcome that, okay? And plus he was overweight and other things, so he thought this would be a way to help all that at the time. He's in great shape now. But he decided, I'm going to win the battle of my mind. And I'm going to go do something. I mean, I could say, well, I'll wait till the spring. No, he started in the winter. We're talking like the winter, like Chicago winter. Okay, I forget where he was, but something like that, okay? And so Indiana, Illinois, somewhere. It was Indiana? That's why I thought it was one of those, okay? And what part of your life is suffering because you don't have the willpower to do what needs to get done when you don't feel like it, okay? Okay? And that also means not doing. In other words, I got home last night and it was, in time for the zone 3 meeting, and I did that at 10, finished it at 11:45. And you know what? I was hungry. I didn't eat anything bad. I just really didn't need to be eating at midnight. But I did. I failed in willpower. Willpower would have said, you know what? I know you're hungry, so go to bed. When you wake up, you'll eat, okay? You don't need to be eating. And I actually ate stuff that wasn't bad. But the thing is, I didn't need to be doing that. It's not part of the program I'm trying to have on where I'm not eating at night and whatever. That's just my thing. I'm not telling you what you need to do. But I realized I lacked willpower last night. I wanted to eat, okay? I didn't want to maintain my discipline. If I had more discipline, I wouldn't have eaten, okay? Which is why, if you listen to the Level Up program, I talked to you about the driver behind what you want to accomplish. How bad do you want it? What price are you willing to pay? What's it going to cost you if you don't do it? What are the benefits if you do it? I mean, all of these things in setting your goals and your targets, okay? Go watch the program. And so what do I need to do now, recognizing what happened last night? I need to go back and address what is weak in my driver that didn't have me wanting it bad enough in order to then overcome my desire just to eat last night. Not that eating was so bad, but it didn't help my sleep any necessarily. It didn't help other things, having to digest and everything right when you go into bed. Okay? Okay, that's not a good way to get a good night's sleep, is to eat and then go to bed. It works for lions. Okay? They'll eat a big meal and just lay down. Doesn't work for you. Okay? because your body's doing too much work trying to process all that stuff. And so I'm just saying is, look at that for yourself, okay? You need discipline, all right? You need discipline. The discipline comes from an underlying stronger desire than the immediate desire. Did you follow that? A stronger underlying desire. And I talked about this, and we might have to do a little separate little thing about this the other night. I talked about who owns you. Does your emotion own you? Because last night my emotion owned me. My emotion wanted me to eat more than I really underlying. I didn't want to eat. I'm trying to lose some more weight, trying to stay in shape, want to get better rest, all these other things. I should not have had that food. I didn't need it. I had dinner. I was fine. Okay, but I was up. And of course, then the brain goes, well, you're up and you haven't eaten, and so you're hungry, and so, whatever. I could have just, had a glass of water and been done with it. But instead, I ate. So now I must address how badly do I want, which is why I would have not eaten. What is that doing for me, and how bad do I want it? Why did I give in? Because I wanted now more than I wanted the bigger goal. I remember going to a seminar one time and it said the number one reason why you don't have what you want in life is because you're too busy getting what you want now. Okay? Immediate gratification is ruining your long-term goals. Financially, health-wise, relationships, whatever it is, you're too in the now to think further down the road. That was profound. I never forgot it. Probably 50 years ago I heard that. Well, let's see. No, that would make me 12. So probably I was like 18 or 20, okay? So 45 years ago, whatever. All right? I mean, it was a long time ago, but I remember that. They said the number one reason you don't have what you want in life is because you're too busy getting right now what you want right now. Okay? That's why you're in so much debt. That's what credit cards do. They let you get what you want right now and not have to wait for it. But then you pay a heavy price for that. Okay? My sleep wasn't perfect because, I ate right before I went to bed. I was tired enough that I slept okay, but you understand what I'm saying? You pay a price when you try to get now what you don't need to have now. And this is an important thing that we understand that. Otherwise, you are a slave. You are serving that emotional driver that's making you, so to speak, do. It's not Hasatan, it's you. It's your craving, your desires that are wrecking things for you. And you're a slave to them. Goggins wanted to win that battle and say, you know what? I'm going to do what and he makes it very clear. He does not like running. You would think he loves running because that's all he does is running all the time. He's always doing videos from running. He says, I got to tell you, I do not like running. I've never heard him say anything different. I mean, it's not like I heard him say it once. I've heard him say it 1,000 times. But he does it to discipline his mind and body to do something he committed to do and always remind him, I'm in charge, not the emotion. Okay? So I'm going to do things on a regular basis you really don't want to do that you need to do that are good for you, but to win that battle. One of the success things that I remember reading about is every day when you start your day, go through the list of things that need to get done. Do the ones you want to do least first. Get those victories, okay? The things that you're going to put off to the end of the day and not get done because you really don't want to do it first.